What's up, folks? Tyrone here with another video. Alright, I'm making this video because sometimes you feel like you just got to say something about certain things, and I feel like I just got to say something about this. And what I'm talking about is the narrative of what's going on in the country between the police officers and Black Lives Matter, and the way that Black Lives Matter is getting mischaracterized and misrepresented by other people because of what's really going on. So I want to do this video and let people see for themselves probably some of the motivation behind Black Lives Matter. Now, I don't support any of the violence or anything like that that is associated with Black Lives Matter, because certain people get intermingled with the group and all that kind of stuff. But the political message, yes. The broken policing, yes. All of these things that has plagued the black community, not in recent years, but since the inception of fucking this country, to be honest with you. The mistreatment of black people, political message need to be out there. A group that stands for our political interests needs to be out there, and somebody addressing these police need to be out there speaking for black people in the country, and that's what Black Lives Matter represent. It's the only group out there doing it, and I understand the whole narrative against Black Lives Matter because they don't want that Black Lives Matter to get footing. But the reason that I'm making this video is to show you this website that I ran across that can give you that can tell a little bit more of the story than I can just by making this video. But what I did was I Googled the term black men shot by police today, and I ran across this website, and I wanted to share it with you. And what I'll do is I'll put it on the screen now, and I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. That way you can see what has probably got up under the skin of a lot of African Americans. And at this point, I'm tired of it, and nobody is really addressing it. And now you can see when these 5 officers got killed, you got 3 presidents, 2 former presidents, and the current president of the United States going down there to pay their respects for these officers. But you heard not a word, not a peep out of any of these people when all of our children are getting killed, when black women are getting killed, and black men are getting murdered in the streets by these racist ass police officers every day, almost. It seems like on a daily basis. You heard nothing from the mainstream media in show of support for these lost lives at the hands of these racist ass police officers. So what I do is I go through the website right now. Here it is. The website is called mappingpoliceviolence.org. And as you can see up here in the headline, it says police killed at least 346 black people in the United States in 2015. And what caught my attention was the 2015 list. And here's the link here. I'll click on it. And it shows you the stats of different races and who got killed by the police. You can see that the black number, unarmed black people were killed by police at 5 times the rate of unarmed whites in 2015. Now, nobody should be killed by the police. That's just ridiculous. If you're a criminal and you're out there doing stuff, okay, well, you deserve what you get. But at 5 times the rate, and we're only 13% of the population. They're 75% of the population. We're 13% of the population. There's no way in the world that we should be getting killed at 5 times the rate of white people. That shows you that something is going on there. And what caught my attention, as you look at all of these names here, they got their pictures and their story, a little blurb about what happened to them. You can see up under almost every one of these names, no officers were charged with the crime for this killing. No officer charged. 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 There's 1 officer charged. No 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 officer charged. Now, I'm not gonna, I can scroll down the page and let you see all of these deaths that happened in 2015. And you can, at a glimpse, see that no one is being held accountable for killing black people in the United States of America. Now, if I could just simply do an internet search and pull up this information and see the unfair treatment of black people when it comes to police, if I could just do an internet search and pull this up, everybody else can. Everybody that's working in these jobs can. All the police officers can. All the police commissioners can. All the governors can. Everybody can see this information. Everybody knows this condition that is going on in this country, but yet still in the media, they will not report this. They will not report that police are murdering black people in this country and not getting held accountable. And this is part of the reason that they still continuing to murder black people with no care whatsoever. With this terroristic murder information amongst the black community in America, coupled with the high incarceration rate of black people in America, at the same time, they want to silence the voice of the only organization out here that is speaking against this type of treatment of black people. Our politicians ain't doing a damn thing. They want to silence the voice of Black Lives Matter. This is part of the reason, this and the high incarceration rate is part of the reason that Black Lives Matter is needed. That's just so it's basically like they got an incentive to keep killing black people because they're not going to get held accountable for killing black people. And you can see that. You can see that. Now it's got Freddie Gray up here, and we seen that there was no indictment in Freddie Gray. We seen that, but it's got the officers were charged, but we seen what the outcome was. And it goes on. No officer charged. No officer charged. This is ridiculous. And when organizations like Fox News is calling Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization, no, you're looking at the terrorists when you're looking at these pieces of shit behind these badges that kill black people at whim. Now I'm curious, I want to see what happened in 2014. And you guys are witness it with me. Here are the names and the stories in 2014. They got Tamir Rice up there. They don't look like they have the disposition on these. But we know with Tamir Rice, there was no indictment. We know with Michael Brown, there was no indictment. And I'm just shocked to run across all these faces of how many people police have killed. And people turn their heads the other way. These citizens have rights. These are taxpayers. These people was paying taxes, so they basically paid for their own death. They paid taxes to be protected by the police department, and they wound up dead at the hands of the people that's supposed to protect them. Now it says police have killed 187 black people in 2016. That is way too many people. Black people are most likely to be killed by police, 3 times more likely to be killed by police than white people. 30% of black victims were unarmed, compared to 19% of the white victims. It says where you live matters. 7 times more likely to be killed by police in Oklahoma than Georgia. This is terrible. This is sad news. And like I said, guys, the website is mappingpoliceviolence.org. I'll put the link in the bottom of the video. You guys can go over here and look at all this data. I just wanted to share that with you and say that Whenever they're trying to label Black Lives Matter a terrorist organization, that is nothing more than the right wing of this country not allowing black people to have a voice. Once again, not allowing black people to have political power, not allowing black people to get policies and legislation passed to keep from killing our children, our women, and our men in our community. They want the ongoing slaughter of black people in this country. There's too many people that are aware of this situation that is not even standing up saying anything. We've got too many people that are comfortable with where they are, that they don't want to, and which is this, if I think about it this way, it makes it even more sickening, because that means that people are aware and they just don't care. As long as it ain't them, then they're not going to say nothing. And that's why Black Lives Matter is needed. That's why these protests are needed. And I want to say I send out my support to everybody out there putting their life on the line, literally, and trying to give a political message out there, and doing whatever they can do to peacefully protest and actually make this country aware of the mistreatment of black people. But I'll end this video now, and I just want you guys to go check this website out. It's mappingpoliceviolence.org. If you're making videos in support of a message out here in the community for black Americans, then use this data. This data is pretty good. There's got other links up here. Compare places, national trends, reports, and this got the planning team up here, so it'll tell you about who built the website. But other than that, I want to say thank you for watching, and take it easy.